Hi, I'm Dana Barrett, and this is Commerce TV. If there's one thing I hate, it's overpaying for anything. If I buy a sweater and it goes on sale the next week, I am totally bitter. But one thing I never really thought about saving money on was my property taxes. I think I looked at my bill once and threw it away, and that was the end of it. And you may have done the same. So I'm gonna save you some trouble right now by bringing you LaGaylia Appleby of Real Estate Works for You to talk about how we can save some money on property taxes. Okay, property taxes. We don't think about it, or we think we have to pay whatever we're told. That's not the case.
No, that's not the case. Every property owner has a right to appeal their property taxes. Each year, the state mandates that each property owner receives an annual assessment notice. And on that annual assessment notice, there will be an estimate of what you'll be paying in taxes based on the value of your property.
So I'm looking at this bill and I'm thinking, this might be too high. And the next thing that goes across my mind is, but this is the government. I'm gonna have to deal with all the red tape. I'm gonna have to stand in line. I'm gonna have to fill out endless forms, and I don't wanna waste my time. So is it really that bad?
Well, I would say the government has done a much better job in terms of the process itself, but it still can take from 6 months to 18 months to complete the process, the appeal process.
So if I'm doing it, I've got to spend my time and my energy, and maybe I won't know exactly what I'm doing?
Exactly. See, our goal is to save you both time and money in this process. And what we do is we will file, what we do is we make a determination, does your property actually warrant a property tax reduction? And if it does, then we will file the appeal on your behalf. We will represent you before the Board of Equalization. And if necessary, we will even file toward the Superior Court for you.
So I don't really even have to show up?
You don't have to do nothing, anything at all. The only thing that you have to do is to give us authorization to represent you.
Okay, interesting. So, you know, the next thing I automatically think about is if I'm going to pay you to do something, or if I'm going to spend my time, either way, it better be worth some real savings. So are we talking about a couple bucks here, or what?
No, typically with our customers have saved on an average of 30%. Give you an example, we recently had a client that had a lot that was valued at $160,000, and they were paying about $3,000 in property taxes. Once we did the analysis and we went before the Board of Equalization, we were able to get that value down to $9,600.
Wait a minute. 160,000 to 9,600?
Exactly.
Wow.
Big difference.
Wow.
Big difference. Now that's the value of the property. That client was paying $3,000 in property taxes. Now they're paying about $500 in property taxes.
That's a lot of shoes I could buy.
That's $2,500 savings in that 1 year.
Wow.
But because when we take it to the Board of Equalization, we get that value frozen for 3 years. So it's just not $2,500. You're looking at $7,500 in savings over a 3-year period.
Amazing.
Now, that was a small property. We've had clients whose property has been valued at $2.3 million, and we've been able to bring that value down to $1.3 million, and they were initially paying $46,000, now they're paying $25,000. So you're looking at over $70,000 savings in over a 3-year period of time.
You know, I think it's a really interesting thing to think about as a business, certainly with commercial property. I mean, businesses are always looking for ways to increase profit, and that means spend less.
Exactly.
In order to make more, right? So obviously for a business, but is it true for a homeowner as well?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Whether you are a commercial business owner, a primary homeowner, or you own vacant land, it's true, there's savings to be had.
Interesting. So what's the time period? You said sometimes it can take up to 18 months?
It can take up to 18 months, but there's a caveat to this. Once you receive that annual assessment notice, you only have 45 days to appeal. So that's your window of opportunity for that year. Otherwise, you will have to wait another year, and the market conditions change each year.
So you can't procrastinate. You can't stick that bill at the bottom of the pile.
Oh, you don't want to do that, because if you do that, you're going to lose out on some money.
Okay.
Lose out some significant savings, potentially.
Well, I know most of this sounds too complex for me, so I'll be calling you, and I think probably a lot of people just don't want to deal with it. Do you find that to be the case?
That is the case because, one, you don't want to stand in the line. There are lines.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have to go through that lengthy process of going back and forth with the county. We have relationships with the county. We know the process, whether it's DeKalb, Fulton, Cobb, Gwinnett. We're here to serve you and save you time and money in the process.
All right, and so if people are sort of thinking, oh, I better check my bill, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, what they can do, we do a free consultation. They can contact us by our website, which is www.lowermypropertytax.org. Again, www.lowermypropertytax.org, or they can contact us via phone at 678-971 3118.
That's excellent. All right, well, I think everybody should probably take a look at that bill because I know it's always good to have extra cash around.
It is most definitely good.
This has been another episode of Commerce TV for the Commerce Club in downtown Atlanta. I'm Dana Barrett. We'll see you next time.